Hello, folks. It's me, Rich Datons, and I got something for you all in this April Fools. So, yeah, I don't have any music to post currently, but I have something else. So, yeah, I some of you may have known this already, but for those who didn't know, I did computer science at university, so I know how to code. I never programmed anything big. I just do some small code and that's it. But at times, it, it's very tough to work with the stuff that others make because more often than not, you need something specific, but you can't get it through other people's stuff. And this is one of those situations. Long ago, I wanted so badly to get samples from certain chips, but well, people around wouldn't try to figure this out before. Or if they did, they never shared. So I decided to take it on myself to do something like this. And well, I learned a lot about some of these chips, the sound chips, through this little thing I did. So I learned to identify the best way to get a sample from during execution and stuff. At first, I had worked with a program called Audio Overloads. I got its SDK and I edited the code in it so it could export looped samples from Ringcast music. And I decided to bring that knowledge that I achieved long ago into this ship. I did it 2 years ago or three, I don't quite remember. But because I had to format my hard drive, I lost the code. I only had the executable saved somewhere. So the other day I decided to redo this, and well, I learned some interesting things. As you may know, there is a thing on there's a feature on this specific chip, the C352, which is linked sample, non-format sample, which can loop. And well, the C352 has a limit of 64 kilobytes in data for every sample, except if you link samples up. So yeah, so with that it allows you to play longer samples. Here's the thing. You would think like, oh, that's pretty easy. You just find the start address, you get the end address, and then you just get all the data you need. But here is the caveat. Well, as you may see, pause here will be the equivalent of what is the current address playing, and it's a UN32, which means it's a 4-byte address. But then wavebank is 2 bytes, wave start is 2 bytes, wave end is 2 bytes, and wave loop is 2 bytes. Wavebank would be used as like the most significant bytes, and the others would be the least significant bytes. Combined, it would make an address. But in the case of linked samples, what will happen is when the sample is loaded in with a node on, the next address which will act as a link is actually a combination of the wave loop, which will contain the most significant bytes at a node on execution, and the wave end, meaning that you cannot simply use this as as a proper end address. And even worse, the 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 bytes that would be stored here will be then passed on to wave start, if I'm not mistaken. and that would be used at the moment of link. You can see it happen right, where is it, right here. So yeah, right here. So when pause is equal to waveband, when the actual sample ends, when the first part where the sample ends, and there's obviously linked and loop, the loop flag is also activated. It redirects to wave start, and then uh, plus wave loop. It means most significant bytes, least significant bytes. So what will happen is that whatever was stored in wave loop will be switched to wave start during execution. So it's a sound driver thing. Of course, I could just look at Quattro Play code and try to retrieve the samples from that, but for some reason I cannot make Quattro Play work on my computer. Yeah, I cannot even build it. It just won't build for me. And when the whatever release build it had, I couldn't load and run. So I had to come up with a solution. And the solution I came up was I just wouldn't bother with exporting it at the moment I saw it. Instead, I would let it iterate through the song, and whenever I find a linked sample, I would, well, just store it and wait until the music ended to export it. This has its own negatives, as some tracks would require uh, 2 or 3 passes until I get all the samples. But this is this is better than just making a guesswork. Yeah, you could totally get the samples from the VGM through an executor, but you wouldn't get the correct loop points. You wouldn't get the frequency, which is taken into consideration in my code. As you can see right here, I calculate the sample rate, I get the loop all correctly, I write all the necessary headers, and I form a totally legit sample. Let me show you some of it. Which one do I choose? Yeah, let's go with this one. Just Control N. Yeah, I'm doing this on the fly, so yeah, look, it's as simple. Yeah. So yeah, this is a little gift for you from me on this April Fools. It also, as you may have seen, supports uh, the C140 and the C219, and this is the link on GitHub. You just need to clone it on your computer or just download from here, and then with the stuff that is required, you you can just run make VGMPLAY and if you need your own Windows, use this or make VGMPLAY Windows equals 1, and then you have it. You can just run, and, and while you're listening to the song, it will start exporting the samples it finds. So thank you guys for watching, and see you another day. Adios.